Once upon a time, a young colt pranced and grazed on the meadows of the farm where he was born. He was all black, except for a white star-shaped mark on his forehead. He loved to run and play with the other horses, but sometimes they would bite and kick. I hope you will grow up gentle and kind, little one. You should never bite or kick. Be good and do your work as well as you can. Yes, Mother. Farmer Gray was a kind master, both to his horses and to his workers. But not all of his workers were kind like him. One boy named Dick stood at the fence each day and threw rocks and sticks at the horses. Go on, run! Soon, the horses understood Dick's game, and they stood far away from the fence. But even then, the cruel boy managed to hit them with rocks and sticks.
Dick, what are you doing? I can tell this isn't the first time you've thrown rocks at my horses, but it will be the last. You're fired. I'm so glad that naughty boy won't be around anymore.
What's that sound, Mother? It's the hounds. They're on a hunt. What's happening, Mother? Oh, it looks like there has been a terrible accident, little one. The horses later learned that the young man who had fallen off his horse had passed away. He was the only son of Squire Gordon, the richest man in town. Oh, I don't understand why people are so interested in hunting. But we are only horses. No one expects us to understand humans. Years later, when the black colt was 4 years old, Squire Gordon came to see him.
What a beautiful horse. I would like to buy him. He will need to be trained first. Very well. Please let me know when he is ready.
Farmer Gray spent many days training the black colt. He taught him to use a bridle and saddle and to walk calmly around the farm. The young horse didn't like wearing the bridle and wanted to kick, but he remembered what his mother had told him and stayed calm. He felt better when the farmer patted his head and gave him some grain. Soon he was able to let Farmer Gray ride on his back. You've been such a good boy, but now it's time for you to go to your new home. Be a good horse and always do your best. A man led the colt out of the farm and through the town. Soon they came to a large mansion with a large stable. Hi, I'm Marylegs. Are you going to live here now? I think so. Well, I hope you don't bite. I don't like living next to someone who bites. Excuse me, that's my stall. How dare you take my stall from me? Ginger, you know you've been moved away from here because you bite. Ginger bites because her previous owners weren't very nice to her. John and Joe hope that she will behave now that she's here. Oh, look, there's John now.
Let's go, old boy. How is my new horse, John? Very good, sir. He has been well trained. Excellent. I'll try him out then. I've never ridden a finer horse. What shall we call him?
He really is a beauty. We could call him Black Beauty.
Black Beauty. I like it.
And so, Black Beauty had a new home and a new name. It was a good home, and John, Joe, and the squire were very kind. But when he wasn't pulling carriages with Ginger and being brushed by young Joe, or giving the squire a ride, he had to stand all alone in his stall. He missed running and playing in the fields at Farmer Gray's farm. However, Black Beauty remembered to be good and kind. He did his work as best he could, like his mother had said. He even became friends with Ginger, who told him about her past owners. Some of them had whipped her and forced her to stand still for many hours, hitched to a carriage while they were at parties. Black Beauty was glad that he had a kind master who treated him well. One day, the horses received some bad news. Mrs. Gordon was sick, and the Gordons needed to move away to a place with warmer weather. Black Beauty and Ginger were sold to a wealthy earl who had a cruel wife.
Pull those horses' heads higher.
Ouch, this hurts. I won't stand for this.
That's it. Get rid of that brown horse at once.
The earl sold Ginger, and Black Beauty was all alone again. He was made to work hard, and the earl's groom, Reuben Smith, did not take good care of him. One dark night, when Smith was riding Black Beauty home from town, the horse's shoe came loose. Smith didn't care and kept whipping Beauty to go faster and faster. The shoe flew off, and Beauty stumbled to his knees. Smith fell off and hit his head.
This horse can still work, but his knees will always be scarred. What? I can't have a horse with scarred knees in my stables. I'll just sell him instead.
Poor Black Beauty was sold again, this time to a London cab driver named Jerry. It was hard work to pull cabs around the big city, but Jerry was very kind. Unfortunately, however, his health was poor, and after a while he was unable to work. Black Beauty was very sad when Jerry decided to sell him and move away to the country. After that, Black Beauty was sold many times. He was forced to work all day long pulling cabs and carriages and had little to eat. One day, his owner, a cruel man named Skinner, made him pull a big carriage full of boxes and suitcases up a hill. The poor horse hadn't eaten anything all day, and he was so tired. But he decided to do his best anyway.
Why are you slowing down? Giddy up!
Finally, Black Beauty couldn't take another step, and he fell to the ground. A doctor told Skinner to let Black Beauty rest for 10 days. After that, Skinner took him to a horse fair. Grandpa, look at that old horse. Poor thing.
He certainly has seen better days. He must have been a beauty when he was young.
I bet he would grow young again if we took him back to our meadow. Can we buy him, please?
You have a kind heart, Willie. Yes, let's take him home.
The old farmer bought Black Beauty and nursed him back to health. He was allowed to graze freely in the meadow. By spring, he was strong enough to pull a small carriage.
You were right, Willie. He is young again, and I know the perfect place for him.
The farmer brought Black Beauty to a new home, a house where 3 sisters lived. When their groom came out to see the horse, he couldn't believe his eyes. Black Beauty? Is that you?
How could I forget that white star on your forehead?
Black Beauty was happy to see his old friend Joe. He lived out the rest of his days with the 3 sisters, who promised never to sell him. Joe took good care of him and let him run free in the meadows once again.